What is up, Pyromaniacs? Biostasis is here. We are back in the world of my apartment and still have a pile of boxes behind me and boxes over there. And I got too many boxes. We get too much stuff from Amazon. I mean, I guess it's a nice, convenient thing, but fuck, I have boxes everywhere. Ugh, that's the only thing I don't like about living in an apartment is getting rid of large boxes. Which we don't get a ton of, I guess, but like, what is it? Last month, what did we order that came in a giant box? I'm looking at the giant box, but I can't remember what it was. We had a box spring replacement, so that came in a giant box. And then we got another box that's like 8 feet tall with a bunch of styrofoam in it. That cat ordered something. And then we had 2 giant bicycle seats, which came in like giant boxes. We had 2 giant, I mean, like I have a 10-foot box over there from Cat's bicycle. Thankfully, my bicycle we didn't unpack. I have a bicycle pump, and I think one of those has like bug spray in it. So I'm surrounded by boxes. So this weekend, I gotta break some boxes down because we gotta get this shit out of here before it's like turning into like a fort in the house, which is not good. So the dog loves it, but me and Kat are getting kind of tired of it. So we gotta get the boxes out of here. But so update. It is Wednesday. Oh my god. It has been an insane busy week at work, so I am exhausted and I cannot wait for next week. My vacation starts next week on my birthday, so next Wednesday, the 11th, I will start a 5-day vacation, which is going to be great, and I cannot wait. For those of you guys who follow me on Twitter, we got Cat's bike on Monday, and then my bike came yesterday. So Cat's bike, the way they come, like the pedals aren't on, the front wheel is detached, the what do you call it, the handlebars are off and the seat's off, so you have to hook up you have to get the handlebars put on correctly, which is kind of weird because then you have the top part of the wheel, like the handlebars, and then you have the bottom part, and the bottom part they turn independently. So if you screw it in wrong, you could have the wheel straight and then the handlebars at a 90-degree angle, or vice versa, and as I did it the first time around, completely flipped around the wrong way. And then her brakes are old school. I call them old school because they were around when I was little. Apparently there's different brakes now, but it's the kind that apply pressure to the side of the wheel, I guess, or the inner tube, and that's how it stops. And then I guess there's disc brakes, which I guess apply to the center of the spoke or something. I don't know. I'm not a bicologist. I made that up. I'm fucking, what do you call it, copywriting that. Anyways, I was able to get the wheel through the brakes, but I couldn't get it, like the brakes have to be expanded, I guess. I just didn't have the tools. So like, not only that, but like the guide is so unhelpful. It was like, you need these screws and this wrench, and like they'd give you no tools and no screws. And so I guess the screws were supposed to be on there, and then I couldn't tell if the 2 washers that were on there were supposed to come off or stay on. And then was there supposed to be another one that we didn't have that was supposed to screw on? And then I'm envisioning my wife riding this at speed and the wheel coming off, or the handlebars coming off, or both. And I was like, this could be bad, and I'm like, I'm not exactly a handy guy. I mean, I can put a computer back together, I can build a server, I can, I have my talents, and doing, car and bike stuff is not it. I'm the kind of guy that calls AAA when the tire breaks, as awful as that sounds. But I mean, everybody's got their strengths, and if your computer breaks, I can fix it in 10 minutes, but you're gonna have to call a handyman. So everybody's got their strengths. So we called the local bike shop. There's like 8 bike shops around here. Oh my God. Sorry. And a lot of them are bougie. I mean, like bougie as hell. I live close to a place called South Lake, which is, last I checked, literally the ritziest place in the country. And it's just a bunch of Starbucks where, drinking, people in McMansions, and it's a nice place, but it's, you drive through there and you can smell the money, and so like most of the bike places around here, they start at like $3,000, $4,000. So most of the places, we're not those people. It's kind of like taking your Volkswagen Beetle to the Tesla shop to try and get it fixed. And it's most of the places are like, oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you driving this thing? So the place we took it to, I'll give them a shout out later once we see what the bike's like, assuming it all comes together right. But they were real friendly. They answered all our questions. I made some good recommendations for doing that. We went, oh my God, I can't stop yawning. I think it's because I'm talking more. But yeah, I couldn't we were going to get a couple bike racks, and he was like, yeah, you probably don't want those unless you want to punch holes in your car, or damage your car, especially with this amount of weight and blah, blah, blah. And real friendly people. They did charge us $75 per bike for assembly, which ruffles my feathers a bit because the assembly is pretty basic. You're just putting the wheel on, you're just putting the handlebars on, adjusting the brakes, adjusting the seat, and you're done, right? So somebody who knows what they're doing, it's 5 to 10 minutes worth of work. Kind of like throwing a graphics card in. However, these guys do more than that. He's like, we're going to take the bike apart, we're going to adjust all of the screws, we're going to oil the chain, we're going to grease the parts, we're going to do a safety check, we're going to ride the bike ourselves, to make sure everything's good, any issues with it we'll point out, any recommendations we'll point out. So it's more of a full bike tune-up, I guess you would say, which is more than we needed, I guess. But at the same time, since we are bigger people and we are going to be putting these bikes under, pretty much maxing their specs out, I guess it's a good idea. So I'll feel a lot better with her riding it and me riding it to know somebody actually took a look at the entire package, so I'll feel a little less worried about, the pedals popping off or something along those lines. So hopefully the bikes we got are good. They're cheap budget bikes, but they're both made of steel. And it should be good. It should be good. So hers looked really nice. I didn't even open mine, so I don't know what mine looks like. I'm going to be completely surprised when I come in. He did say that, since we were getting it in at Tuesday, that it would be later in the week. So he said Thursday or Friday is what we're looking at on the return. So depending on when it is, if he calls me at 7:00 on Thursday, then we're probably not going to get it because I had to get my parents' truck to get over there and get it, because obviously 2 50-pound bikes aren't going to be fitting in the Prius. So anyways, once we get them back, I'll show you guys. We'll get some pictures. I'll do a video on it most likely. Keep in mind, I don't have a selfie stick, I don't have a camera guy, I don't have 3 people working for me. So the vlog, I'll show you guys what the bike looks like. I'll show you, that type of stuff. And then you might get a video of me riding around on it if I'm comfortable enough to hold the bike one-handed. When I was little, I used to ride the bike with no handlebars or no hands. So, that was many. I was literally 20 years ago and 300 pounds ago. So, actually more like 320 pounds ago. I was 180 back then. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to let it go. So anyways, you guys will get that probably this weekend, maybe next week. It depends. I do have a lot of stuff I got to do this weekend preparing for next week. It is a busy week this week at work. I'm having to work late a couple days. And I don't know when we're getting the bikes back. So if we don't get the bikes back till Friday night, then, I'm going to be limited in what I can do. So, What else? The gym is closed this week. They're doing their annual maintenance, so I've been working out here in my apartments thing. Definitely not the same workout. JJ's already thrown in the towel. He's just gonna work. He paid like $100, which is more than we pay for 6 months at our other gym to work out for 1 week at another gym, and I'm not going to go to that gym because then he'd have to pay another $100. So I'm just gonna do my thing here. It's not the same. It's a slight difference, but I'm still pushing weight, so it's still going to be a workout and whatnot, and it'll still get progress. New weight today, dropped down another 2 pounds. So I believe it was, let me find it as I go look for my thing. It's funny, I actually found my weight tracking thing from a year ago, and it was like over limit on what do you call it, scale, so can't tell. So yeah, anyways, we're at 492 today straight. So before that was on this 21st, we were at 494.6, and the day before that we were at 504.6. So we've lost about 12 pounds in 20 to the 4th. How many days is that? Let's see. In 3 weeks, we've lost about 12 pounds. Not bad. So I'd plateaued for a couple days, which was kind of disheartening, but progress is progress. It's still getting there, and that's the hard thing about weight loss is it fluctuates. You'll have some weeks where you'll drop like 5-6 pounds and it just falls off, and then you'll have weeks or a couple weeks where you'll just stay or even gain weight. And that's the worst, is like when you're working this hard and you're gaining weight and you're just like, motherfucking God. Yeah, not a good thing. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's all in your head. You just gotta stay the course, keep going. Don't freak out, and just do what you need to do. So it's one of those mental battles that you have to have with yourself to keep going. What else? There was something else I wanted to bring up. We are on the new channel. I don't have any control over any ads you guys see at the moment, so hopefully YouTube isn't killing you guys. We have to hit 4,000 watched minutes before sorry, not 4,000 watch minutes, 4,000 watched hours before I can control the ads. And once we do, then I can reduce them to what I normally do on my other channel. So hopefully they're not pounding you guys with like mid rolls every 3 minutes like some of the channels do. I have no idea. I have no access. So we're at 2865 right now. So, people keep watching. Probably a week away from being able to get partnered again, depending. It's funny, this channel's been dormant for about 2 years, and when I uploaded the video we lost 300 subscribers, so that was a big oof. It's like, this fat bastard's posting content again, let me get rid of this. So if you want to help the channel, the best way to do it is just watch the video, the full thing. If you can stand to listen to me for that long, clicking the like button, that tells YouTube that you're interacting and you like it. Leaving a comment helps a lot. The more talking that goes on in the comment section, the better for me, because that is engagement and audience engagement. So that helps too. And then if you tell other people about this, if you got a fat friend or somebody who's struggling, somebody who needs some motivation or has questions, or maybe just needs some guidance or a kick in the pants, show them my videos. I'm not saying I'm God about weight loss, but there is something about seeing somebody who looks more like you giving you advice and going through the journey with you than somebody who looks like one of these built, jacked guys telling you things. I mean, granted, the advice is the same and it's good either way, but it's a little less intimidating to have, I think, somebody like me that you can connect with if you're fat, at least for now. In a year from now when I'm uploading videos, hopefully I look a little bit more like them and a little less like me, so we'll see. it'll be interesting to see looking back. But yeah, that's it. That's the update for the middle of the week. I'm not sure what we're going to call this series yet, but I'll come up with something before I get the video uploaded. So whatever the title is what we're going with, unless you have a better idea. If you guys have a series idea, maybe I don't have a name yet. If you have a series idea for the next 6 months or 12 months, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. That'd be a good thing to kick up engagement. So let me know what you think a good series name for the next 6 months is. I'd love to hear it. Once we get the bikes and once we see what we can do with it, we'll start setting some goals. Things like, riding 50 miles in a month or 100 miles in a month, or, I'll have to see what we can do, what's realistic, and then set some goals, and we'll see where we end up. So once we get there, we'll start posting more of the maps and the tracking and things along those lines too. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.